It's fine.
I know. So blank.
Who am I?
Yes, name.
Who am I?
Pronouns, where you're from, and how
we're
we're
connected.
That's the one. I'm Kareem. My pronouns are she, her. I'm from London, and Karen is my mother, and this is my sister Maheni.
Yes, my name's Maheni Arthur. Pronouns are she, her, and yeah, I'm Kareem's sister, and Karen Arthur is our mother.
And so we're here for the Orisii Pair conversation, and things we wanted to talk about is, you all's like relationship and journey in terms of like aging, like your bodies, joy and pleasure. So like, how was it growing up in terms of like getting to learn your bodies? Was it like a good experience? Was it like an iffy experience? Like, do you remember?
Oh my gosh, that's a question. I feel like I've always felt quite comfortable and had a good experience. But when it comes to aging, I think that's definitely something that in this stage of life I'm now, I'm starting to sort of embrace more when I think about it. So in terms of things like menopause, I've probably learnt more in my later stages of life than I have when I was younger. It's not something I've really been aware of. But yeah, I'm quite comfortable with getting older as I stand now. Obviously, I know that is something that can shift, but yeah, I feel good about it, and I feel like I've always felt okay about those kinds of things.
Yeah, I think something through the work that Mum does, and the awareness that she spreads about aging gracefully and being like connected with getting older, that's really something that I've like learned to be thankful for the aging process. Like that is one thing that Mum has, among many things, has taught both of us about loving yourself and like loving the process and trusting the process. I think in terms of like being secure in my body in general, it's always been a journey. I feel like every young woman maybe goes through insecure stages. You go through stages of being like, I'm the hottest bitch to ever walk the planet, which is always true. But yeah, it's peaks and troughs. But generally, like, it's a beautiful thing to be alive in general and to be witness to your body changing and going through different stages and just like, yeah, loving yourself through it all, even like the parts where you feel a bit bad.
Yeah, I guess it's about sitting with everything.
Yeah.
Yeah. Growing with it.
How did you all like have each other to experience that with in terms of like, yeah, just new experience? I guess one of my thoughts was just, if you're comfortable with like answering, who got their period first? Did you like have each other to?
Well, I think I got mine when I was like 14.
I was 14 as well.
Yeah.
But you know what's funny? I don't think it's ever something we've spoken about.
Never.
I don't think we've ever spoken about that. Yeah, and considering like we speak about everything.
Yeah,
like,
we're very open.
We're very open, like we're really close. But that's never been a conversation.
But really as well, like I think we've always been close as sisters, but I think now, like, I'm 27.
Super close now.
Kareem's 32.
Yeah.
We've found a new rhythm with our relationship as sisters because we're now adult women. And we've spoken about this before, like, we feel like we've become so much closer within the past, I don't even know, like 3-4 years maybe? I don't know.
We're mates now.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like we relate to each other in a totally different way because we're both young women, like we're women in the world now. So it's like, yeah. So growing up, it was very much like, that's my big sister and I'm the little sister. And there's that kind of that dynamic. Whereas now I feel like, we're just, chugging along. Yeah,
even though we do take on those roles, like, yeah, definitely.
Yeah, and definitely like always, like supporting each other through that stuff, but also still like navigating those conversations. What it means to be a woman.
So we're both 14.
Yeah,
great. It's good to find that out. Yeah.
I think so. I think it's about 14.
Because I don't feel like when like you got yours, it was like, it's not like you came to me, like it wasn't like, I didn't give you any advice, it was just...
But we had that with Mum, like I think we both had a strong, like a positive experience with it because of mum.
That's true.
Like, being able to go to mum for support and help and advice, like, we both had that with mum, but we didn't necessarily have that with each other. Whereas now we're like getting into a groove of like, our sisterhood.
Yeah, I love it.
Which is cool. It's nice. Our relationship has evolved in a great way.
Fully. Yeah. Yeah, it's cool.
What about other ways like you all like evolved in terms of like your bodies, in terms of like attraction? Were you able to talk to each other about that or to Karen about it?
About the way that we
like self-esteem.
Yeah, self-esteem, but also just like, you know, like you said, you're out in the world and people are perceiving you. Like, how is that feeling? Is it desired? Is it wanted? Were you like comfortable discussing it?
I don't know if we've ever had like conversations at length with each other,
No.
but I suppose it's something like you've gone through a completely different experience with your body from being pregnant as well.
Yeah, so I've got a little boy. He's 3. So obviously pregnancy was like, your body changes in just wild ways.
Yeah.
But it was something I did embrace. I found it strange though. Like I think at one point I did have a bit of like. I remember looking in the mirror once and just being like, oh, this is just happening so quickly. Like it's completely out of your control. So that was strange. I definitely went for a period like after I had Kiko, where I did notice that like I dressed differently and like I felt less like I wanted to show a lot of skin and stuff like that. Whilst now, I mean, we're 3 years in, and I feel like I'm definitely I feel very confident, like in how I look, and like I feel good. So but it's been that's taken 3 years.
It's amazing to see it as well with you.
Yeah.
Like, to see the journey. I've always just known Kareem as like obviously just my sister, and then you getting pregnant and knowing that you were going through a different experience with a pregnancy body, and then after that, how that feels of kind of like your body's completely different and maybe not really knowing how to navigate that. Like, it's been interesting to see your growth through that, and I can see now like you're so much more confident and you have a different confidence about you. That has a lot also to do with like being a mother and being secure
definitely.
in like
That has changed me to the core. 100%. I think there's something about for me, having a baby and seeing your body change, and then having him and being put into that sort of role as mother, and not just by myself but other people. I think you very much get put into a box. It's definitely been. I've had to get my confidence back, and it comes a lot from like. I think I noticed it in my dress sense, because after I had him, I was just wearing like jeans and like a sweat top.
Yeah.
And that's all I kind of wanted to wear. Like I just wanted to be comfortable. But yeah. I'm trying to think of anything else to ask. This has been so yummy thus far, by the way.
Okay. So yummy. I love
Good.
I guess I'm thinking about, I think one thing that we don't really talk about often, like with each other, not only our like low parts, but like our highs, like our really big moments of joy. And I know, like you said, the birth of your son, birth of your son was definitely a high, and you shared that with your sister. Did you have something where just like, this thing just warmed your heart, like the solar plexus just like boom, and you you needed to hit with your sister?
Honestly, not anything that like.
You better have hit me up.
Not anything that really. I don't know. I suppose through like discovering more about my sexuality and becoming more confident in myself in that way has definitely been something that I've shared with Kareem, and we've been able to share that with each other.
Yeah, definitely.
That's been like a really beautiful part of our relationship as well, is being able to like be open about ourselves in our sexuality and our gender, just kind of like exploring that. I feel more connected to myself, and I suppose my like the physicalness of me through understanding more about like who I am at the core. I feel like discovering more about my sexuality is a big part of that. Like I get a big confidence from that, and I'm very proud to be a queer woman. So, yeah.
And that has been beautiful to watch as well,
Yeah,
from
that's
my
good.
side.
Okay, we're gonna wrap up soon, but I feel like the last question I have is, you all are here now. You're cool. Have a good evening.
Hello.
You all are here now, right? You're full adults, but do you remember how you were as kids? Is there anything you feel like you would want to tell your younger self, and not even your younger self, your sister, when they were younger, now that you're at the age that you both are at now?
Oh, so much.
Well, you want to tell me? That you
No, not
haven't
that I
already
want to tell
said.
you. No, I don't think there's anything that I would actually tell you. I don't know.
It can also be something you've already said, but you're just like, wow, now that you have, like you said, this perspective of being older, this knowledge to pass down to the younger sibling.
I think it's like maybe I put a lot of weight on trusting the process, like trust that what is, like Mum says this actually. I'm literally going to say exactly what she says. She always says, "What is for you will not pass you by," and like I honestly live by that. Like I think that it's coming. You just need to be able to see that it's coming and not freak out that things aren't perfect just right now.
Yeah, right.
It's going to be okay. I think that would be, the biggest one. I feel like we all kind of should live by that, really. Because life throws stuff at you sometimes, and feels like hard to navigate at the time. And you might not know why something's happening in that moment, but clarity will come, even if it takes months. Maybe it might take a year, but it will come.
I think I would say to trust each other and know that, like, your sister's going to have your back and you don't have to do... We are fiercely independent, all three of us.
So true.
No news is pretty much good news.
But then when we come together, we come together.
It's a thing, it's an event. But I would say, like, trust each other, trust, like, your family, and my Kareem and Mum are my rock, so I would definitely say, like, to my younger self and to Kareem's younger self, is like, trust each other, and you're held in the way that, you're going to be okay.
Okay, I have one last thing. It's going to
Okay.
be a little rude.
Okay.
Oh, of course.
It's loitering outside.
Oh, yeah. No, I don't. You loitering out here. Come in.
Actually said loitering.
Okay.
Yeah. Fresh. Cute.
They're just filming something.
Hey.
Alright. Last woo thing. I'm gonna ask you all. We're gonna do some deep breathing.
Okay.
Some eye gazing.
Mm-hmm.
So
With each other?
Yes, with each other.
Oh.
Night feeling. Oh my god, I feel like I'm gonna
I
get
know. Wait, come here. You've got something.
Oh, thank you. Thanks.
Give yourself deep breaths. Can I walk out through some breaths?
Yeah.
Alright. Let's go in for 7. In, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7.
Oh, in. In for 7, bitch.
Sorry.
Okay,
Because we both got the same smile. It's like cheek.
I know, it's like looking at my... Like,
I
it's
know,
weird.
it's so
Sometimes
weird.
it's weird looking at you because we look the same.
Okay, right.
Rub 'em out.
Okay. What do I
I'll do
do?
in for 7.
In 7.
We'll do in for...
For 4. Okay,
Okay.
fine. Yeah, for 4. 4 is fine.
Okay, let's do in, 2, 3, 4, hold, out, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Let's do it again. Damn you honk. In, 2, 3, 4, 5, hold, out, 2, 3, 4, 5. We're gonna do one more and do an audible like exhale, okay?
Okay.
In, 2, 3,
Sorry.
4, 5, hold, out.
so cute.
You look cute too.
Honestly, it's so hard to look at someone's eyes.
I know.
I'm laughing because I'm feeling like really happy.
Yeah, I know.
And
So
like, I just love this bitch.
Thank y'all so much.
Bye.
And then any parting words for Karen or Omi?
I mean, keep. Can I look at the camera?
Keep going.
Keep doing it.
Why do you have to do something? It's so South London.
Because we're
Oh
South
my
London.
God.
Yeah, I mean, I'm just endlessly in awe of what Mum does, and it's amazing also for her to have connected with someone that does a similar beautiful thing, and the fact that they've been able to find each other, I think, is no coincidence. And it's wonderful to be able to, be witness to it and experience it and share it with other people. So, yeah, it's a beautiful, beautiful thing, and I'm happy to be a part of it, for sure.
I think the stars have clearly aligned. I haven't seen Mum and Omi in a room together before, but there is some energy there that is just wild. And yeah, keep going. I'm ready to see what amazingness they're gonna both create together, and I'm excited. Yeah, I think it's gonna be great. I'm looking forward to tonight. Lots.
Yeah, same.
I'm aware that we've got people outside.
Yes.
Thank you so much.
Thanks.